Hello everybody, it's me Heather, and today I am doing a blush swatch video. I'll do swatches on my arm as well as on my face. I'm doing all the blush singles from Scott Barnes. Scott Barnes is most famously known as the makeup artist who created the J-Lo Glow, the makeup artist for Jennifer Lopez. I do love Jennifer Lopez, to be honest. And there are 6 shades. These all retail for $30 each. They're available at Scott Barnes Cosmetics on the website. And let's just jump right into it. So this first shade is Plumeria. And I've not swatched these or worn any of these yet. Has a nice smooth texture. And I'm just digging around to see, yeah, there is like no kick up, no fallout. That's what I like to see. We'll see what happens when I put a brush in. And I'm just gonna do this right on the inside of my arm. Just one swipe. And let's just go right in on the face, shall we? So I have all my makeup on except for highlighter or blush. And I'm just gonna grab, let's use a different brush. There we go. Just gonna grab a random brush. If in case you're curious, this is the Pro Blush 99 from Sephora. Okay, this is picking up a nice amount of pigment on the brush, just tapping it in. I'm not even rubbing it. Very, very, very minimal fallout, and that's just from the brush, not really the palette itself. So let's tap that off. And this is probably more of a highlighter shade, but I thought this was just really fun. I've always loved any kind of makeup that's just on the non-conventional side, and wow, this is really pretty, actually. One of the things that drew me to these blush singles was there's quite a few shades that are what I call fun shades. These are not usually colors that you would see in a blush range. Wow, this is really pretty. I can see, I'm trying to see if I see any kind of glitter or anything. I made the mistake of using a setting spray on my face that has like a little bit of shimmer in it. So I'm confused as to what, like, is that the blush or is that my setting spray? It's my setting spray. This is, wow, this is pretty. Do you guys like this? Oh, I love this. I'm kind of obsessed. Oh, and did I say this is the shade Plumeria? Sorry, I couldn't remember if I said the name of the shade. I got so excited about it. Ooh, this is really pretty. So here's just the one swipe on the arm. So I really wanted these blushes because I needed blushes. I didn't really have any blushes in my collection. And also I like the fun range of shades. There's a couple, well, they're all pretty wild actually. I think they're all pretty good. There's one shade that's like, I guess what you would consider a standard blush shade. That's the one I'll do next, but I thought these were really fun. And also it says that these are supposed to be for all skin shades, all skin tones. So, and they even feature a woman of color on the website wearing this exact shade, Plumeria, and it shows up beautifully on her. And I think this is showing up beautifully on me. Wow, I love it. Okay, so this is Plumeria. Let's do the next shade. The next shade that I'm going to swatch is Minimalist. This one is probably the most toned down shade in the collection. This is what I think of when I think of a blush, is just kind of that flush of color it's not overly bright, it's not overly colorful. Very pretty, I think. So this is Minimalist. Oh, and let me swatch that for you. These do have these are packed in nice and tight into the pan. I like when I'm like just rubbing in it. That's why I'm rubbing in it so much, is there's just like no fallout from the pan, which is nice. And just building up that color. And we'll just do one swipe. And I'm not concerned when it swatches, you know, not so awesome on the skin, because I'm not wearing blush on the inside of my arm. But I like that it's not chalky. Has a pretty even distribution. It has a very light, powdery texture to it, not powdery in a bad way. Okay, this one I'm definitely experiencing much more fallout in the pan, but again, you know, that's just part of makeup at times. But okay, yeah, with this one I'm definitely experiencing much more fallout, so you really wanna make sure when you're pressing your brush in that you're not wearing white. Okay, let's try this shade. Oh, this is beautiful. This, like, I like this. This is just, like I said, nice flush of color. If you want the color to go on more intensely, then you can just use a more tightly packed brush. This one's obviously more of an angled contour brush. It's very fluffy, so that's really going to diffuse the color more. Ooh, but that's really pretty. Oh, I like that a lot. That's great when you're, you know, like me and you love to wear really dramatic eye makeup, you know, duochromes and winged liners and, you know, white eyeliner on your waterline. This is a great shade to help bring some balance to middle of your face without your cheeks competing with your eyes. This is, oh, this is really pretty. Oh, I like this a lot. This is one I can see myself grabbing for on a regular basis, just because it's that nice flush of color. You don't end up looking like you have bacon strips on the sides of your face. Oh, this is really pretty. Okay, so this is the shade Minimalist. Let's do the next one. This next shade is called Mango Fizz. This is another fun shade. We've got, whoops, if I can get it open. We've got a very orangey tangerine. So let's go ahead and swatch that. Oh, wow. So there's your first impression. So these do have good pigment so far. So if you're curious what this is another Sephora brush. This is the Sephora 96, Sephora Pro Blush 96. So yeah, experiencing quite a bit of fallout just touching the pan with the brush. So it's something to be aware of. And here we go again. Very cute. So this one is very subtle on my complexion, but I'm seeing that I can totally build this up. I'm trying not to go up. I have a habit, I like to bring it up into the crown. That way the blush line is less obvious in the full makeup look. But since I'm doing swatches, I don't want to have to keep going all the way up and removing it and putting makeup on again. So I'm trying to just stay in this area. But this color, this is very pretty. I might like to use this one if I'm doing a more neutral eye look, just something soft and fun. It makes me think of summer, makes me think of spring. It's subtle on my complexion, but I do like it. You know, how many pinks and reds and mauves can we have? You know, it's fun to do something different. Oh, I do actually really like this. At first I wasn't sure. I was kind of like, I'm not really seeing it, but you can really build up the color so nicely. I actually really like this. So which ones do you guys like so far? This one's Mango Fizz. Oh, I actually really like it. All right, we got 3 more. This shade is called Samba Sass. And this is the one that reminds me of NARS Orgasm. It's just that pink with kind of gold shimmer in it. Very pretty. Let's go ahead and swatch that. This definitely has a little bit more grain to the texture compared to the others that have a really smooth texture. And yeah, there's that pigment that you expect with that kind of shade. And let's go ahead and pop that on the cheeks. So, not experiencing a lot of fallout with this one, surprisingly. Just pressing the brush in, and that's cool. All right, so maybe I should have done this one last with all the shimmer. Oh, it's fine. I'll be able to take it off. Just RIP cheeks. Okay. This one, although it's very pretty, for me personally, this is probably my least favorite. Although this is really pretty. I think this is a beautiful shade. But I have so much texture on my cheeks. I've always had very enlarged pores on my cheeks. So this is really emphasizing all the texture on my skin. So that's making me a little self-conscious, although it is a pretty shade. So Samba Sass, go ahead and do the other side. because having an even face can definitely sway my favor. Yeah, definitely personally my least favorite, just because of the shimmer. Although it's a beautiful color, it just, oh God, it's emphasizing every imperfection and pore and fine line and ooh. Pretty color though, but this one will probably be the one I use the least. Although, you know, this might actually make a cute eyeshadow since all the rose gold and pink tones are really on trend for eyeshadow right now. So this might look really cute on the lids. You could even top it on some of your lipsticks to give that a little shimmer. Let me know what you guys think down below. Samba sauce? Yes? No? Samba sass? Did I say samba sauce? Samba sass. All right, 2 more to go. The last 2 shades are some wild variations of pink. Here we have Ultra Pink, a very bright, woo, pink. Let's go ahead and swatch that. And let's do the cheeks, shall we? Ooh, this reminds me of, well, obviously it reminds me of kind of a fluorescent Barbie pink, but it also reminds me of just like the 1980s. I feel like this was a common blush shade in the 1980s. I was born in 1980, so this just makes me think of MTV. This makes me think of, oh yeah, this is it. This is definitely, now this is probably because I've just applied and reapplied my, or removed and reapplied my makeup so many times. For some reason the blush isn't grabbing right here, which is kind of weird. But I don't think it's, like I said, I don't think it's the fault of the formulation. I think my skin's just tired from having my makeup removed and reapplied several times now. We're doing 6 shades here. This is the 5th shade, so I knew this might be a problem. What do you think, guys? Maybe with the right eye look, paired with the right eye look, you might like this shade. I don't think I like this shade. Maybe I just don't like it on me. I don't know. Somehow, like, feel like there's something with this formulation. I think it's probably just my skin is tired and abused, suffering for swatch videos, which I actually really like doing. I don't mind at all, to be honest. I've got a ton of skincare to whip it back into shape, so it'll be cool. But I don't know why I'm not feeling this blush. Maybe because it does remind me of the 80s. So I'm obviously using a very heavy hand because I want you guys to be able to see the color and how you can build it up. See the actual pigmentation. I think with the right eye look and a lighter hand, like I'm really just piling it on so you can see it. Yeah, I think it's just because I'm piling it on. I'm really doing like the streak here, bacon strips. So, not my favorite one in the collection. Pretty color, but I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on what it is I don't like about it. It's applying patchy, but I don't think it's the formulation. I think that's just me. All right, we got 1 more to go. Here we go. This is the last one in the collection. This is Plastic Pink, the brightest pink in the bunch. So cool looking. It's definitely a matte finish. And let's get that swatch in. Woo, how's that for pigment? 1 swipe, okay. Well, this has been fun, but we are not done. So let's do this one, then I'll give you some final thoughts right quick. So digging that brush in. Woo, what's this called? Plastic Pink. I really like it. All right, I'm experiencing minimal fallout when I'm pushing my brush in. If you're curious about the brush, Sephora Pro Blush 93. Whoa, that's what I thought. I was like, you barely want to touch your skin on this one. Okay, the damage has been done. You barely want to, very light hand needed on this one. I thought that would be the case, and I actually meant to, and I just kind of forgot. Went into muscle memory. Whoa. All right, 1 tap, 2 taps. Tapping off. There we go. So you want a light touch, a light hand on this shade, but also it really grabbed because I've reapplied and removed my makeup so many times that now my skin is just an open pore to suck in pigmentation. I actually like this one. I can tell on fresh skin, on fresh foundation, you know, load up your skin with primer. Well, first off, cleanse and moisturize your face. Then load up on primer, foundation. Give this a really nice base to work on. And this will be a really cool shade. Oh my God. There is, let's see if we can try to tone that down just a little. Use my nice little dirty beauty blender that I'm using today. There we go, try to soften that a little. That's actually, I actually really like this one. I actually do like this one, whoa. So, all right, if you can take me seriously while looking at the clown stripes on my face, but this is really, actually really pretty. I like this a lot. Very bold, obviously, use a light hand. So, what do I think of these blushes? I do like them. I don't like all of them. My favorites are the first 3 that we swatched. I like Plumeria. This one actually might be my favorite just because I've never had a blush that was yellow like this. Very pretty. I love that it shows up on skin of color. Great pigmentation, minimal fallout, has a matte texture. Also the same with, this is a great one, Minimalist. Again, this is just what I think of as a typical blush shade. A little bit more fallout, but just a great everyday matte, neutral, warm leaning blush that you can wear every day that pretty much pairs with anything. This one I love, very fun. This was Mango Fizz. This is the more tangerine / orange matte blush. A little bit more on the brighter side, but subtle enough that you could also just pair this with any neutral eye look as well as any more of your more dramatic eye looks. Loved it. The one I like the absolute least, but that's just my opinion, is Samba Sass. The one that has a shimmer texture to it. Has very large glitter particles in it that literally was sticking in individual pores on my face. So if you have enlarged pores on your cheek area, you're probably going to want to avoid this shade, Samba Sass. My least favorite. My second least favorite was Ultra Pink. I don't know what it is about this shade. It might honestly just be the undertone. It's a very cool leaning blue pink. And although the next could be said about the next shade, also a blue based pink, very cool leaning. Obviously, for some reason, this particular shade, Ultra Pink, I just did not like on me personally. I can't put my finger on it. It did apply patchy. Again, that's probably because of this is a swatch video and I've applied and reapplied my makeup so many times. My skin's not the best foundation, not the best palette for makeup at the moment. But yeah, this one, just not my favorite. And then this one I absolutely actually love, Plastic Pink, the loudest one in the bunch. Again, very blue-based pink, very cool leaning, but it's so bright, and I think it's just the right intensity that I actually really like the shade. I think this will look really pretty once my natural oil set in. It warms up on my skin. And of course you want to apply it with a light hand so it's not so bam. But yeah, I highly recommend picking up Plumeria, Minimalist, and Mango Fizz, my favorites. And if you want a pink one, I say go for plastic pink. I mean, if you're gonna go pink, go pink. I think this is the one to go with. Avoid Samba Sass. I don't know why I keep saying that. Samba Sass. And I would pass on Ultra Pink. Just, I don't know. For some reason, even though I think it's gorgeous in the pan, just did not like the way it performed, didn't like the way it looked on me. But that might just because of my skin tone and, you know, I'm more warm. This is very cool. Maybe it's just a clash. All right, that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Did you pick up any of these Scott Barnes blushes? Do you like any of these? Do you have any of these? What do you think of them? Yeah, that's it. Go ahead and leave comments down below. Let me know which ones you liked, didn't like. Here's one quick look at the swatches again. Just, you know, kind of half-assed, one finger real quick. But really, I think when it comes to blushes, you got to test them on the face, not on the arm. Just me personally. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.